thanks for staying with us. Gifts given is a true art, and you need to understand the importance, right? The person to whom you intend to give the gift. You also need to know what they truly want, and if you can, it's best you give them what they desire. Anything less is a symptom of varying degrees on your part of ignorance, distance, or insult. But if you cannot afford the right gift, telling the person what you would do if you could justifies everything as you present that not so perfect substitute. Now, a picture surfaced online where a couple asked their wedding guests to convert whatever they had planned to buy as gift and pay the cash equivalent into the account numbers they displayed on their wedding invitation card. And that picture sparked a lot of comments online, and in fact, some hilarious comments, might I add. Someone said that, I beg, it's better that they are paying money instead of you to see gift of a broom and packer or something funny like that. So, however, some people argue that they had no right placing that demand on their guests because some guests would be compelled to pay more into their accounts than they would have spent buying a gift. So what do you have to say about this? I mean, are you for it or you're not for it? All right, so please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation, send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. We're having troubles flashing our pictures today, but I'm sure before the end of the show, Molara will find the way to push that picture so you can see it. Because the wedding, the picture showed the account details. I think it's both husband and wife. So in case any bank works, But it was quite interesting because I thought to do a soft pedal topic today. Because in honesty, I have received gifts that I wished you just gave me the money. Because it didn't make sense to me that gift, like, don't give me flowers. The money you used to spend, it's true that the money you would use to buy flowers, give me the money, I will use it to buy something a lot more decent. Then I remember when Uti was turning 40, right? So we did a back end thing, try to contribute money and all of that. And Uti goes, AK, and I said, why don't we just package the money, whatever we gather, let's give it to Uti, because I like that. I like functional gifts. If you see me rock any gift that anybody gives me, know that I like it, right? I like something that is functional, that I can use and I appreciate. So if you get me, you might be able to get away with giving me a gift, So for me, I didn't really understand what would Uti prefer, what would she not prefer. She's turning 40. She would have gotten a lot of gifts from different people anyway. So why can't we just give her? She's planning a party then. Why can't we just give her the money? Would the money make? Do you understand? Would the money make sense for her to use it to pay for maybe drinks? It can pay for something for the party she was planning. That was my thought. But AK goes, no. She, as it is right now, let's give her a spa ticket. Let's, so that she just goes to pamper herself after all the suffering and everything. I said, okay. I rest my case. If you ask me till tomorrow, I still prefer that I would have given her the money.
Did Uti appreciate it?
So there are Uti, and that's why I want to start with her. That's why I'm bringing this story. Uti, hello.
Uti, did you appreciate?
Did you appreciate our gifts, or you would have just preferred something else?
That gift was awesome.
Oh, AK was.
Not only
you
was
were
it
right,
spa,
but
it was like my favorite.
AK was in the spirit.
So I need to say thank you to AK because now I understand how we got it right. But I mean, gifting is such a personal thing. Yeah. So first of all, I mean, I don't have any issues with the concept of asking. So in this scenario, let's be clear, first of all, I'm assuming it's a wedding, right? And there are multiple factors that impact weddings and what we ask for and all of that. Now, my first thing that I would say there, or my first observation really, is the fact that culturally in Nigeria, we give money. When someone has a burial, when somebody has a wedding, culturally we give money. Now, our money giving, whether it's by spraying the money, whether it's by transfer, envelope, whatever it is, right? We give money. Now, when I was growing up, I remember at some part during the wedding ceremony, they will announce it's time to give your gifts. And people will start carrying kula.
Kula, busy. Uti.
Pot. Then sometimes the person's group of colleagues might walk in with a freezer or something like that.
Yeah.
So we don't have enough. What I'm trying to say is we don't have enough context, but culturally we give household items as gifts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't see that. Well, that has changed somewhat, but if we look at the idea that we don't know the circumstances for this couple. One, they may not even live in Nigeria. A lot of people come here to get married. They don't want to be stuck with items that they won't be able to use. They may also already have a home with items in the style that they love and they like, and they don't want to be having to give away gifts that they were given, or, different things could motivate this. And over the years, what we don't have in Nigeria as a culture, abroad, the whole idea of a gift registry when it comes to weddings, the couple go to a shop, pick a list of things and tell you, go and buy from this shop.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe because I'm comfortable with that context, maybe that's part of the reason why this also doesn't really bother me. But the truth is, I would rather you tell me what gift to give you than for me to pick a gift that you then don't use or give to someone else.
Thank you.
So that for me is probably the thought process behind this, to say, look, I don't want to end up with, for lack of a better term, I don't want to end up with lots of panty and rubbish in my house. I just want to have gifts that I will use and appreciate. And when I say thank you for the gift, I would genuinely be thankful. Now, when you talked about the comments about people putting pressure or feeling more pressure because they've now asked for money, of course, if maybe you were going to buy a cooler that was 10K, maybe now you've got to spend more because they want to see cash. But again, gifts giving is always voluntary. Nobody's holding a gun to your head or a noose to your neck. So if you know that, I'm not comfortable giving money or I don't have enough, then hey, waka pass, as they say. So yeah, I'll leave it there.
It's interesting you mentioned gift registry. I remember someone that sent me a list. She was getting married and she sent me a list. I mean, I saw the price of the hall, I saw the wedding gown, the groom's outfit, the little groom, everything. They listed the cash. I just went and scrolled to to one place where I could at least, support. And I picked that item. I said, okay, I'll pay for it, So that for her is easier for that kind of a person to say, you know what, at least I know that whatever it is I'm getting is specific. And I will not blame people. And I'll come to you, Norma, because we've seen, let's be realistic. We've seen people wrap basin. Like really, how many of us actually use 90% of the gifts that they give us on our wedding days, right? How many of us actually do use them? Or is it birthdays, right? I would rather you give me, I would rather you ask. And again, Uti, I think it's that culture that we think it is rude to ask people. You understand? And that's why when somebody gives you a gift abroad, they expect you to open it right in front of them and, unwrap the gift and do oh, thank you and all of that. But here, you wait so that... Let me go first, because sometimes people actually just wrap nonsense.
The gifts
you understand? They just wrap nonsense and give you because I want to bring a gift. But let me come to Uti. Then Norma, then I'll come back to you, Uti.
Uti wanted to share a story.
Uti wanted to say something.
No, when you talked about the not opening gifts, I remember going to work with my mom, and somebody was leaving. So it was like a send forth, and people were giving gifts. So of course, the person started to open the gifts immediately to say thank you. And somebody had gotten them like this sort of beauty, like a body, like a body shop set.
Yes.
And it had like deodorant and things in it. And the person just looked up and said, "Are you trying to say that I smell?"
I would appreciate such a gift.
Isn't this such a nice gift?
I would appreciate such a gift because I'm a very
sensory.
Sensory. My smell.
Yeah.
I'm very high on very good smell, so I would appreciate that. But I wanted to say that your gifts can be some form of bond to interpersonal communication, and it's an area that a lot of people don't pay attention to because they think they know you and they think they know what's best for you, so they want to give you what they think they know about when you could just ask a question. A lot of people are also not observant when giving gifts, right? So they just maybe it's the culture. So normally when you grew up seeing basins, so in 21st century, you're still giving a basin. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the basin. I'm saying, do you understand the person and the person's needs? Gone are the days where we used to just give people for gifting's sake. Now, gifts send a message about how you think about people, or how really or how truly you know and understand people. So if you take time to know people, you know that this person probably likes perfumes, for example, or this person probably likes to write a lot. So giving that person a beautiful pen, a pen with writing materials, a whole set of writing materials, that person will probably appreciate it more than you giving them perfume. They are not,
or even giving them the money,
or giving them money. So understanding people is a critical part of gifting. Because when you understand somebody, you definitely will not make a mistake. I know sometimes initially at the beginning of a relationship, or just understanding people generally, it can be a bit tricky because you're not sure, will it this or that? But it's also great to ask questions. By the time you're asking people, okay, what do you like? You know, what's your ideal XYZ? And they're talking, you can fish out information that can be important when you want to give them a gift. And people don't do that often. So I remember my elder sister, when she was getting married, my first sister, she got like almost 5 of everything. So you're even talking about basin. Imagine having basins for children for 5 in 5 different.
They always give that design. That's a blue color,
the
white color,
there's a pink one, you know, and all of that. So imagine
like they are expecting you to have children immediately.
You know, sometimes it becomes cumbersome. I remember going to visit her in Port Harcourt then, and there was a room, a whole room in a 3-bedroom flat,
every marriage
dedicated to gifts.
Yes.
No one could sleep in that room. So every other person had to share the other room because she and her husband had their own room. And at that point, I made a mental note that when I'm getting married, I definitely do not want to dedicate any room to gifts that do not make sense, because I'm not going to use them. Imagine having 5 sets of China. How many people are you going to serve? So in as much as these things, the people that give these gifts, they have good intentions. But it's also good to take that good intention a step further by asking questions, get to know people, pay close attention to people. If you don't know the couple directly, you can ask questions. What would you do? You have a list? Or what would you like? Now, I love the part that you said, where you said that you love functional gifts, because I'm a highly functional person. I don't like you giving me things that I can't use. And immediately you see me use it, because immediately I get gifts, I don't know how to keep it for, celebrate. I use them immediately. And that's how you know that I really like them. So when I'm thinking about gifts, I'm thinking about how this person, what are the things that this person really needs now? Some people don't know that when they're getting married, for example, that they need bed sheets. So while everybody is busy giving them, or shower curtains, these are things that people are not thinking of. And then when you get in, you want to take a shower, and now realize, oh, we don't even have a shower curtain. So those things, that some of those bed sheets,
but even shower curtain, there's glass in the bathroom now.
And the times have even changed.
Times have changed. Just ask questions. You know what? Let's take a break, because there are some ridiculous gifts that I got on my wedding day. I'm wondering till tomorrow. I don't even know where the gift ended up.
I prayed.
We'll be right back.
My gifts. I prayed.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. So stay with us. So if you just tuned in, it's our ladies' night out, and we're asking, are we allowed though to tell people our preference when it comes to receiving gifts? And let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. Our phone line is now open. Please turn off the volume of your TV when you're calling. Call us on 07025 007749. The number to call again is 07025 007749. Remember to turn off the volume of your television set. All right, so I want to come back to Uti, because this is actually quite hilarious. Oh gosh. You see, every gift that I've gotten, my birthday was November 4th. every gift that I've gotten from November 4th up until today, like I've been using it back to back. Today I'm wearing one too. So it's not a function of, so if you give me a gift and I do not find it, I just find the next person and I dash that person, no matter how much you spent on it. So I think it's best for me now, and it's this culture. We have this culture of not asking questions. We don't like to ask questions. We try to assume that, and I like the part where you said, how well do you know the person? So hearing Uti saying that she really loved that gift, it tells me, well, that AK really knows Uti very well.
Imagine that she has been exhausted.
Do you understand? And that was the exact thing that AK said.
Make the difference.
The difference. Let me take Charles, then I'll come to Uti. Charles, are you there? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, Charles. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you. So personally, I want to say I don't think it's improper for somebody to communicate the kind of what you actually want, maybe whether gift or so. Because me, I want to speak from personal experience. I went somewhere around 2012, 2013. And if I had to, like, from the experience I got, if I had to work now, I think I would want to tell people to just send me, maybe I would just put account number to just send whatever things you want to send there. Because up till now, I can tell you, about 3 rooms in my house is still occupied with gifts. 3 rooms, like gifts. Since that time till now, even despite the fact that I've been trying to use some of them, but there are still like 3 rooms that are still occupied with gifts. My major problem is that sometimes you have cockroaches and rats inside there, harboring there. Sometimes, maybe once in a month, I will go there and check whether there's any rat or cockroach.
Okay, so Charles, I want to ask you. It's like you know many people, though. What do you do? I say it's like you know many people. That's why you have 3 rooms.
My grandmother, my grandmother, my aunties, enough cooler, different sizes of cooler, big basin.
But I think you should take it to charity, Charles. I think that's the best thing to do for yourself. Just find a charity.
I've been giving some out too. I've been giving them all this gas cooker, table gas cooker. I've been giving them out. Even up till now, they are still there. That will tell you that those things we really don't need them.
Thank you so much, Charles. I mean, this is the reality. Let me come to you, Uti. Say 3 rooms.
Charles must live in a very big house for starters.
I can imagine 3 rooms dedicated to gifts.
So, when we talk about gifting, I know we've been talking in the context of weddings, right? But let's just talk about gifts in general. And you've spoken about your preference. I think we've all sort of talked about what our preferences are for gifts. But I also maybe I'll start off with the bit where people said, we don't think it's improper for you to ask for the types of gifts that you want. But it's also sometimes, I guess, in the context of today's reality, not to ask for inappropriate gifts as well, right? So, somebody can't afford, for example, to buy you a car. But when they say, okay, so what do you want? I want a car. Now, in some contexts, it's a joke. But in some contexts, it can actually be, you're being serious, but it's like a ha-ha serious. And you can inevitably put pressure on people to try and give you a gift, which I guess is what the comments, some of the comments that you read that says, I need to spend more money. So in that context, it is also possible to put pressure, particularly on people that you're close to sometimes, to say, this is what I want, but just being mindful of what people's capacities are. So when you're giving gifts, I like to give a spectrum. That's usually what I do. So I remember many years back, my friend said to me, that she always, every year she has a list for her birthday. And so when people ask her what she wants, she knows exactly what she wants. And she can sort of say, okay, you can pick anything from here, right? So it's almost like your own mini registry. But at least there's something on that list that is affordable, and then depending on who it is and the kind of relationship you have with that person, they can also then pick from there. But when the caller was speaking and he said he got coolers, I was like, so this thing hasn't changed. People are still giving coolers at weddings. Really? What do we use coolers for? these days. And another good thing to do would be also to give to charity. Like actually ask people to give to charity on your behalf as a gift.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you could even get, vouchers, different things can be converted. Let me take Loma from Umwahia. Then I'll come to you, Loma. Thank you for calling. You're live. Let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah. This is my sister. Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, this is Loma from Umwahia.
Yeah, we know you. Loma the prophet.
It looks awkward when you are having a ceremony and somebody will come to you and ask you, what type of gift would you like me to give to you? I don't think maybe if you ask me such a thing, I will talk to you with second hand. But if you cannot rule out people giving gifts in maybe another wedding or party, but what you need to do, if you don't need them, and there are so much like the man that said happening, what you need to do, one, you will make sure that you give to the charity, and the remaining go to the market and sell it now that the economy is bad.
Mama, you are an Igbo man to the core. Importer,
thank you very much.
He said you finding it hard to hear. He said he doesn't think it's proper for you to go and ask what would you like me to give you as a gift. Then when you collect like the man that has 3 rooms filled with gifts, then you should give to charity. They go to the market and go and sell it as the economy is hard. That's quite interesting. But normally we come to you.
Well, I know culturally, some people will find it unnerving to say, how are you asking probably elders that please monetize your gifts? It will be more useful to us. Of course, we're very cultural and traditional people, so things like that can get touchy, right, for a lot of people. However, it's important for us as older people to also know that times have changed. We've mentioned it before. Times have changed and things are no longer the way we used to see them. Those days you could tolerate a lot of those gifts. Most times you either give them out, or some people like Loma sell them at the market and all of that. But now people are more inclined to things that meet their needs now. So, and one must also be very considerate, and being considerate also reminds me of an aspect we're not talking about, but I just want to bring it in because Uti had mentioned gift giving, and it also has to do with love language. Sometimes we give gifts based on our love language, because there are different ways to give gifts. There are gifts that are tangible. They're the ones that are services or things that you can do. Take, for example, the spa tickets for her to go get like a good massage and all. It's a service, sort of. It's not like but it's a gift in a different form. So when you understand people and understand what really connects with them, then it's easier for you to be able to gift them according to their needs.
And don't forget that gift giving, I was going to add, Norma, quickly, that a lot of times, especially with weddings, people used to give gifts in those days not because they really wanted to give gifts, was because they wanted to collect souvenir. Do you understand? Because remember they used to queue now. You will queue as you are collecting the gift. They will hand you a souvenir. So it's not like now that on your seat all the souvenirs will come to meet you. There. You know, that time there was a special time. The MC will now announce, it's time to
Even then, I remember when my twin sister got married, they had a gift section. So it was my twin is so detailed. So she had everybody's gift with their names written on it. But there was a gift section, so there was no need to even queue. Just go and drop your gift there.
And pick your own gift.
And pick your gift and go.
So that was why people were compelled to give those kinds of gifts. So, for birthdays, I would ask you as a person, okay, so I like that part of giving list. In all honesty, I'm not looking. There are some things that some people have grown bigger than, and I wanted to tell Uti, maybe we should start changing our circle. You understand? Because if your mind is tilting towards probably maybe owning a property or owning a house, or if
there's some people that are capable of giving.
We've seen on Instagram when it was trending where a group of friends were buying cars for this. And I looked at my circle of friends. I said, come on, can't you people match up? You know, but I'm just saying that in terms of any kind of gifting that you want to give, for me, what would you as the giver love to see? You would love to see me use those gifts, right? Even for those people that give you basin. Trust me, if they had the opportunity to visit you in your house and they saw you using that bowl or whatever, it will make them feel good that, oh, they actually gave you something that was worth it. So, I mean, I don't think we've moved past that era where, because Loma was saying something about it is not right for, no, it's not, you're not being rude. You are actually being functional, because especially with the economy right now, you can't just spend money, even if it is 1,000 naira, right? That person would have preferred to use that 1,000 naira to go and buy maybe a packet of seasoning for their house to be able to cook. Do you understand?
To go and
go shop. Thank
somewhere.
You. So you can just get, even if it's 10,000 naira, it's not about the work.
It's not about how much.
Do you understand?
Really.
It's
about the usefulness of that gift.
You know, so it's not so, and I don't want people to feel pressured when people ask you that, oh, instead convert this thing to cash. Don't feel pressured.
There are people that are pressured. Haven't you been to weddings where they don't need your gift? They said people should not even bring gifts. Right? Just come, eat the food, get a gift and go, because the kind of gifts in those kind of weddings you cannot
when they are gifting you an iPhone 13
or what, those are small. You're talking about cars, like you said, property. So what kind of gift are you going to give that person?
To measure up. I mean, I was at a party, and I'll come to you, Uti. I was at a party where, and because this goes beyond even just gifting, even when you get to a party where people are spraying money. That's why I don't do spraying. I remember, in fact, 2 parties. One party was just the one that both of us attended recently, where the person said, the person on the stage spraying money, that that person's money will sink my money. So let me wait, let the person leave the stage before I come and spray. That's one. The second one was, this person was spraying, and another person now came and was spraying foreign currency. And it's like the person just turned and was hailing the person that was spraying. So, I mean, when it comes to spraying money is another form of gifting the couple, right?
Days, they don't spray anymore. They
use bundles.
They throw the bundles.
Well, let me come to Uti, you know. So I'm just saying that for me, it's not so much about the gift in itself. It is the functionality. It is the usefulness. It is the fact that, okay, this thing beyond this day, I would actually use it and I'll be happy every day, remembering that, oh, this person gave me this gift and I really like it, you know. But Uti, let me hear your thoughts. I think we're running out of time.
So I have a comment. I'll take that first. It says the best way to get to a lady's heart is an unexpected gift at an unexpected time. Gifts are sweet when they are unexpected, and demand for them kill the joy. And the sender says, I paraphrase Sean Connery in Finding Forrester. I mean, yes, gifts are a lovely surprise. And I think that the best thing about any gift is the thought that goes into it. Now, yes, unexpected gifts are great, but I love when Noma actually brought up the concept of love languages. There's some people who, it's like, dear Uwa, if you bought her flowers today, I'm not sure she will find it quite functional, right? So there's a thoughtfulness that goes into the choice that you give, or the type of gifts that you give to a person. It's a very unique thing, really. So when we talk about, oh yes, every girl wants to get gifts, of course everybody enjoys gifts, but for some people it may not be their love language, so they may not respond to it. And you know, there's some people who just have everything, and then you find yourself pressured, like, what do I give this person who has everything? Like, let me just use a random example today. What would you give Linda Ikeji if you were going to buy her a gift, given what you see on social media, right? So I think for me, that's just where I'll leave it. There's a thoughtfulness that needs to go into gift giving. But if you find yourself in a situation like, I think weddings is just standard, right? I think it's absolutely proper to set the scene of what you want to get and how you want to receive it.
Absolutely. I was going to say that when you talked about buy me flowers, I remember when we were in the university. One of my friends, one guy was asking one of my sisters out, and he now brought those Valentine's season where you go and buy that plastic rose flower. Oh God! So my neighbor now called him, say, "Come, Tega, let me tell you, when you want to come and see this girl, you don't buy flower, you buy a bunch of plantain. Because until today, in our house, you cannot go to our house without seeing plantain. You say, how can you be? But you don't know who you are coming to ask to go out with. Buy her a bunch of plantain. She will love you.
That single rose, I mean, that will cut me. Like, I wouldn't even know what to do with it. No. All right, so I have a comment here. It says, good evening, ladies. I agree with Uti. Gifts are voluntary. I don't mind when people that are close to me are specific in what they want as gifts. It's good to study and know what people like. I really don't like giving out gifts received from friends. That's from BC. But I mean, for me, I think it's very important that we pay close attention to people. And where you're not sure, please just ask. You are in a better position to get clarity when you ask questions. And you're very sure that that person is going to use your gift because it was intentional and deliberate.
Want to buy gift or normal, buy eyelashes.
No.
Perfume.
You don't need to buy me lashes. I have my own. Just ask me what I want.
Just say.
And I would.
You want to buy gift for Uti, buy a big hair. She likes big hair. But I think
Uti has changed her mind right now. Uti is going to put pressure and apply pressure. Uti wants a car. Thank you very much. We are changing our friends. That's what I said. No?
Yeah, I think that would be a very good gift.
Me, my own is, you want to buy me gifts? My mouth is wide, though. Let me not even say it. All right, thank you, Norma. Thank you, Uti. I think we've had a fantastic conversation. And thank you to all the callers that called in. I hope you enjoyed the show as we did. All right, so before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and more importantly, we have started our giveaway, just to say thank you to you for believing in the Ways brand and for following the conversation. So do well to follow us now. It's at Ways Show Africa. For those that do not know, the giveaway is currently running. We have 5 weeks to give out. You can also check on our Instagram to see all the goodies. But we have 5 weeks to give out, and we have mentorship programs for businesses, female-owned businesses. I'm sorry. A lot of people, guys, were asking me, is it for women only? That particular one is for women only. But for the hair, you can actually win it for your girlfriend. It's just for you to do the video. That's all. All right, so if you missed today's quote, here it is again. Showing a little bit of gratitude for a gift is often as difficult as hiding the fact one doesn't like it. So best bet might be just for you to smile. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.